Hello everyone, this is Connor, and welcome back to the finale of this Emberward playthrough. Either way, we're going to see this through the end, or at least until I die in glorious combat. If you haven't seen part 1, I'd recommend starting there so that you'd be caught up. Jumping immediately into this map, though, it is another double spawner, so I'm going to want to group these enemies. And this one does have this horrific hail of arrows across the whole thing. So the problem with the arrows is if they strike a tower, that tower gets temporarily disabled. So I'm kind of tempted to attempt to ignore them completely and just build my maze here. There's also all of these protection tiles, which allow you to ignore that stun effect. And they're also only every other tile, so you can see there is a space in between each of these. So you can put towers on half of the spots. Okay, so if I am trying to bring enemies around, I wonder if I can lead them all the way down here into the maze, and then the maze, and then the maze goes in over here. These guys will only get a half treatment, but then I can put towers over there. It's just going to be a lot of blocks, but that isn't inherently a bad thing. Or I could just take the longer way around, fewer blocks. Just means I avoid these blades here, which is probably still fine. Okay, it looks like that spot is not going to get shot, so maybe if I get a cheap fire tower next time I'll put one there. But yeah, so you see this is a lane between two of the arrows. And then let's just use a couple of these kind of garbo pieces. Oh, now it's routing this way. Okay, that does make more sense. I can block this off though. So again, gonna try and place this boost in a spot where it's not... I wonder if I can lead enemies just briefly into this fire. How powerful is this? 6 damage. That's not very strong. Okay, so I don't need to worry over much about getting enemies into that area. I was gonna try and like lead them here and then down and then back, but more trouble than it's worth. Again, we have a cheap tower there, or a little bit larger. Yeah, I'll just get the range upgrade soon. So, I don't want to spend more gold than I need, and I think just shooting from here will wear everybody down, so I think I'm totally fine. I'll even get some kills off this tower, maybe everybody, as these guys come in. But yeah, like the traps and everything. Easy. Alright. I want to keep as much gold in reserve as possible to build up my interest bank here. And you don't get any gold for these first mobs, so just keeping the initial spend. And now we'll get 12 gold every level. Okay. So cheap poison, cheap drone. And I think I want to do something like this to just start grouping people together. Oh, there we go. That's what I actually wanted. Oh, and placing that drew me a block because of this Tome of the Endless relic, which I got last time, which is a very powerful relic I'm fond of. Okay, so this is a clear lane. So let me trigger Tome of the Endless again, put that there, and I'll just do a couple of these. Honestly, it feels like a waste of the range tower, though. I'd rather have something more impactful there. Even at a slightly higher price, I think building some better towers is good. And We can start like this. I'm actually tempted to just go ahead and channel them back over the frost with this building. Yeah, so they just hit the frost going both ways. Alright, this should be another easy win. Just because it's so early, and I have the traps assisting as well, and this poison will... yeah. These combined factors are pretty impactful. Great. Okay. Not great options here. I think I will do another poison tower in an open lane, and I'll get my cheap purchase of that, but I think mostly it's time to start the Sim City. So do that, and bring everyone kind of around the horn here. Well, now we've lost the frost up there, which does make sense. So I could use one of these just to slope them back over it. And that's pretty good. And then I think technically this isn't a spot. Yeah, okay, so that will sail right underneath it. That's kind of cool. And that does mean this is also safe. Alright, so yeah, we are starting to get a bit of a kill zone set up here, triggering all of these off of poison. So I'm slowing enemies down, then I'll put a fire tower in here whenever I can affordably, and I'm getting increased crit chance. And while all that's happening, these mobs are still slow walking their way around. The attack boost is good. I almost feel like I just want the coins. But no, I think attack boost and 10 coins is better. This is at maximum speed. So this guy is like a sacrificial lamb now, getting hit by all these arrows. Just this one dude. 5 electric damage. Okay. This is going to be an easy but lengthy kill. Alright. Now... interesting. I was curious which spots this tower actually takes up. I guess it's like a 2x2? Yeah, that feels right. Okay. So... could... I mean, I mostly just want to build another poison tower, maybe 2 of them. But I probably should get a little more other stuff down as well. And I do want a fire tower because of how my fire damage boosts work off the volatile poison. Yeah, I'll put another fire tower there when I can. Not ideal. Yeah, I think so far just the SimCity here and all the traps natively and everything are going to very easily handle my foes. It's kind of ridiculous range. Okay, I do want the coins. Getting a lightning boost is good, though, but... I'm broke enough that I just want the coins for right now. And my inventory is filling up with these boosts. So... let me play some tiles just to clear the space. That was a good price, so I went ahead and took it. And now I have a lot of good prices, so I don't have a lot of money, but hopefully I can build several things. These are not huge advantages. In fact, actually, none of these are way cheaper. The lasso tower is okay, but that is unfortunately still in the direction of an arrow. Maybe I do just... yeah, right there avoids it. So, I need to create a 3x3 section that includes this new thunder tower. I like the thunder towers quite a bit. I also like this instantly triggering the charge effects, because I think the way the electrical towers do charge effects, I don't totally understand. It's a little obscured to me, but I think that triggering them immediately is powerful, is my understanding. Yeah, I feel like we have a pretty effective start to a maze here. We're already on wave 5. These monsters taking so long to get here is a little annoying, but I do think it is powerful and productive, because it means you're not fighting both squads at the same time. I'm gonna just let the rest die, because I don't need to build more towers, and I want the extra interest saved up. Great. Got another lightning boost, that's gonna be good to use, because I'm gonna build a second thunder tower. Alright, come on. Nope, wrong way. I was hoping I'd be able to do that in one L block, but instead I do get a range enhancer, which is really nice. And the fire boost down there will be helpful. I think I want to build one more thunder tower, which is going to take a little bit more construction, but yeah, I think these will clear enemies up quite well. And I don't think I need anything more. I think I actually probably have more than enough. If anything, this needs the range upgrade, because now all these fires will be triggering the poison explosion. I mean, look at how often this is going on. Well, it's gonna take a minute. All this free damage off the arrows is kind of fun, though. And then the lightning towers just start wrecking them the moment they show up. I wish I could get a money up tower right in here somehow, but unfortunately I don't see a single 2x2 that would kind of make sense for it. I need to like thaw that, thaw this, maybe play something through here. Yeah, I mean, their health bars are just disappearing. That's good. So I'll get a huge interest payoff, and I might... I mean, honestly, I probably don't even need to build anything to make the next wave, but I will we'll do this on the lightning boost. And I think right there... Aha! Could use a... Oh, I can't. I would need the 2x right there, but right there could use a poison tower. In the absence of that, I will new poison tower right there. And I think I probably have enough fire. Yeah. I think, honestly, this is, again, more than enough. And I don't remember which one of these is on several boosts. I think it is this one. More range. Hit them the whole time they're walking up. I don't need to buy anymore. Well, what I have here, I think, is already plenty to wipe the round, so I'll just let it play out. It's interesting, like, this whole line is full-strength enemies, right? These are not, like, just because they're taking forever to walk over. They're only taking, like, 15 damage or whatever. And yet they're not even making it to the entrance of the maze proper. So I feel, if anything, a little overgeared. I might just instantly run the next round. Maybe I'll build my SimCity, but... I almost don't want the path to get frozen. I'd rather just run out of tiles. The only thing I will do is that. I know it's upcharged, I just don't especially think it matters at this point. I guess it probably will mean a few fewer Ember Shards at the end, but I'm not particularly worried about the meta currency either. Like, this run feels very under control. I think getting all of these poison effective relics is a favorite strategy of mine, because, unless I misunderstand, I think these poison spray towers just poison everything. So they're just constantly being poisoned. And then the flamethrower is constant, so it's just constantly triggering the explosion, and they're always slow, and they're always being crit on. It feels very powerful. I tend to end up in the lightning and poison path. Range is good. I will actually just get some space out of my inventory. This is going to be my next Thunder Tower. Got some pretty powerful runes here already. Just need to place this here, and again, this is overpriced, but I do like Thunder Towers. Oh, I don't really want any of this. Handful, so it deleted some of the stuff I would have gotten. Interesting. I'm not sure I've actually run into that or seen how it behaves before, but this is final round, so I probably don't need any of this. I do need gold, so I will take a coin hunter, create the super tower, get some extra coins, and I am going to try and sell out my towers at the end. So I'm going to have a lot of money this round. It's pretty darn effective, not gonna lie. I'm not doing as well against these large health single targets, but I'm also not doing badly. The non-armored ones don't fare great once the attention is turned to them. Oh, I gotta get on the Selin! My finger wasn't ready on the G button. Whew! I was enjoying watching the carnage too much. Alright. I do like Missile Tower. They're also long range. Let me look ahead. 5 or more elemental types. I don't think I'm getting there. Arcane is chill. I think, weirdly, it is Missile Tower into Rusty Telescope. Not that I love Rusty Telescope. I do like to build really compact, but it will occasionally boost me. Yeah, 448 Emberstones heading into this store. That's pretty funny. Okay, so any sort of lightning boost is going to just be worth paying for. Bad in my situation. The random buffs does seem pretty good. Greater attack boost and range boost is a lot. Greater speed and royal. I do like the royal rune. These are both pretty good. I don't care about towers. My tower loadout already feels really good. I think I am going to take flat buff and then 100% attack speed and 50% range is pretty powerful. I could buy this as well, but I don't think it's worth 40, and I'm probably going to... No, you know what? I will almost certainly have 40 left at the end. I changed my mind. Towers cost... Nope. Kill half the monsters, stun the rest for 5 seconds. Not bad. No, I don't want the transmuter. 18 for greater speed boost and attack boost. It's just such a bad shape. I will take a lightning boost, though. Again, don't care about towers. I haven't even played with, actually, any of these. There's so many towers, and like now that I found a strategy that I like and that works, I tend to just spec into it. I mean, it is good. I don't think I'll need it, but... Academy certificate's pretty good. Kind of just getting my run of the place. I'm tempted to buy this 2-buy, but I think I am getting one more tile before the finale, and I don't want my deck to be too big, because you want to have those really valuable multi-buff tiles come up as much as possible. The single tile is cute, though. Okay, a lightning buff 2x2 seems really good for setting up my big lightning towers. None of these impress or even interest me. I think I do. I mean, you can't take it with you. May as well re-roll. Chilled monsters have electric. Consumes the chill and accumulates double the charge. Again, like, I think I prefer having the chill. I think I prefer the monster being slower. It's weird that this relic would be a downgrade, but... Stun. It's like, because the bosses don't get stunned, and the bosses are the only kind of enemy that had any chance against my prior maze. Some of these are okay. But again, I think I'm, at this point, a little more concerned about deck size, so... When you look through, like, I got a lot of possible draws in here, and a lot of these are good, but still, more than I would like. Alright, we'll take this smaller block, and then it'll be the finale. Alright, so there's those 4 buff tiles that I paid for. Okay, now... This tile over here could be a really funny place to build, because it doesn't have any traps, but neither does this whole center area, so maybe I just shunt them down along the edge here, and then... Oh, this is awkward, because they come in from such opposite sides of this big area, that like gathering them in one spot is going to be kind of challenging. I guess I could route them this way and just get them in one line almost immediately. That does seem smart. Yeah. Greater speed boost. Seems like I should use it for a more valuable building. I mean, I'm tempted to just slam a thunder tower on it. Or to not build this valuable building yet, to stick to some easier stuff. Or weaker stuff. Okay. Do more like that. And then I don't feel bad about spending a range up on something more trivial. And then the monsters will all end up stacked here, so this is where the diversion begins. I don't want to... I think I actually want my interest more than I want to build and get these frozen. Although now that I'm seeing it, I am suddenly nervous that my tower won't be able to handle these speed ghosts by itself. So... Ooh, I think it's okay. Yeah, I think we're going to be fine. Okay, cool. Then I can place a lasso tower here at 37 before the price jumped up. Okay, 20 coins. Yeah, coins will help us get ahead early, be my preference. Now I want an initial poison, an initial fire, and then just blast them with lightning. That's the strategy I'm going with. So... none of my towers are well costed right now. And I actually... I think I'd... because they're already grouped, I may as well start the poison as early as possible. So... the long piece is too valuable to use. Here we go, though, honestly. Attack boost. And... okay, I'm going to turn them at the corner here. Dang, I don't know if I want to keep paying, but I do want a two-piece there that I can then build poison across. Because then they're going to keep coming down this way. And I don't want the rest to freeze. It's weird, but... oh, that's nice. The range up reaches across the gap. That's actually really funny how they're just getting like melted when they enter this region. Okay. And there we go. There's a twofer. And a cheap poison tower. Turned out great. Now I also can get cheap money with the range up. That's probably valuable. Yeah, that should pay itself back. And other than that, just that, and They were smart to place these such that you can't easily get a tower overlapping two of them. You have to do a large tower to accomplish it. Oh, that's better. Honestly, this tower, this Thunder Tower, is going to slap. That is the new strategy. Super Thunder Tower right there. And honestly, already overspent, but building this space was fun for me. So we'll have 500% thunder damage bonus. Or electric, I guess. There's a Thunder Tower. And I'll make this guy large as my next action. But yeah, this, again, these like double spawner stages, if you can group the enemies, it really seems to just pay back. It takes relatively few walls early on, and then you end up with this one unbroken stream to play with. That's overpriced, but I have to build it now. And it won't get disabled because it's on the protection spaces. Wow. I do not need to build anything else. So if I did build something, it would be just for maintaining the low price. Still worth, though. Oh! I did not until this very moment spot this third entrance. I think it's fine. Like, because these ones spawned in such a small amount. But now I gotta rethink things. So option A is try and run them up here somehow. And then back down here. Yeah, that's doable. That'll delay them a long time at least. Literally just greater range boost. I'd hate to waste that. Oh, but because this tower's in front, it's kind of shielding everything. Yep. And then... ta-da. Okay. So this is fine. They'll run all the way around there. It actually leaves them in the attack area of my towers for a way shorter period, but maybe to counteract that, I can... How many of these can I get in one tower? At this point, I'm just, like, unnecessarily optimizing these lightning towers. I have the win well locked, it's just these lightning towers are kind of fun to maximize. Okay. This is... That's the new strategy for handling this spawn. We'll see how it goes. So this tower is getting like one shot on each cluster. Range up will boost that a lot. Now is when it's about to get bad. Because as the groups meet back up, they could overwhelm. Looks like they're not going to. Okay. I think the rest of it should be pretty easily passable. Cool. So now knowing that, I do need to get poison set up early. Okay. This guy's taking his sweet time. I wish I'd left a little more space here. That would have been, if I had just built this Thunder Tower in this spot, could have gathered them around here or something. Or I could have just led them around here. Yeah, if the entrance had been more like down here. I guess it's not too late to partially warp it. Okay, okay. tiles are too good. I want to put something on every one of them. Sadly, that spot is going to be deactivated. So this one is not. Okay, this tile, greater range and accuracy is going to be really significant, so let me leave space down here to build around it, and instead just... Yeah, the more I look at it, the more it would have been smarter to just leave this uncovered and bring them in this side. Because then I could have started a second maze, essentially, here with just one layer. This strategy is not terrible. I have some concerns about this region, but... But hopefully the lightning maxing strategy is just OP, and this is able to stomp anyway. Yeah, it does seem to be working. I am no longer concerned about beating this wave. I need to sneak a lightning tower in here, because this is the weak lane. This lane here, don't need to be concerned about at all. Oh, unfreeze. Oh, but unfreeze doesn't mean I can pick it back up. It just unfreezes it. Dang, it'd be cool to unfreeze that and scoop it up. I'm gonna go ahead and clear some inventory space in my hand. Some hand space, I guess. Yeah, it's only 2 wide. 2 is still pretty good, though. I can do... Only 1 wasted lava tile. Feels good. And then Thunder Tower is still overpriced. I think I am, however, gonna start this process. Means I want greater speed, greater damage range. That's pretty good. I like the sound of that. Okay. It's gonna be hard to find a permutation that gets all of these in, I think. Probably not impossible. That ended up significantly messier than needed. I could just retract it all now, but again, it just kind of feels like I'm crushing it and don't need to worry over much, so. That's going to be a great lightning tower. And if the price doesn't go down next time, I'll just overpay for it. Oops, that quick ghost almost just got through. That's not a good sign. Need more artillery, I think. We'll see how this guy fares, but he's now getting the poison fire treatment. Woof. This is definitely not the performance I was hoping for. Blessed. Alright, so the lightning's popping off at this point. I think I do want to add another one. This doesn't have great coverage, so I think I just put it behind some of this stuff. That would get hit, but these T's are really bad. I don't love having the T's in my deck. I want to place this and get a lightning tower on it, I guess. Man, that's good. Okay, that's the obvious next spot then. So I go like that, and then I just need to fill 2 lanes in here somehow. Nice, yeah, especially with the range boost, that's pretty clutch. And then I'll pay for an overpriced fire tower, just to not forget it when that block freezes. So yeah, I got 3 new big thunder towers as my main upgrades this round. Feels like I have total poison coverage. I've got really big lightning hits. I even did not forget about that lightning boost tower. Whew, woof. So they are making it pretty far into the maze, but I have a lot of damage on them still, even if they get through. You know, I'm at 149 with 150 being the max. I don't think holding money has a ton of value anymore, so I think I am going to start spending. Alright, that was close. And I don't know how to make things substantially stronger with just this much money for the final round. I wish I knew which path those guys that had survived so far had made it down. Okay, let's get... I like getting some poison damage there, and I want to reroute them upstream so I can build here and get splash on both sides. And I will have... Oh, and I can build... Wow, this would have been impactful. Didn't even think about that. I could try and get this speed one, and I don't think it's worth it though. So, here, 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 and here. Super tower. That's almost all my money. Okay. I'll build more things as the round goes on, as feels appropriate. I was trying to wonder if getting that log to roll was going to be impactful, but I don't think so. I will slow them down. Okay. We've maxed out the system. We are doing as much as they want us to do. Heavily spec'd into Thunder Towers at this point. I think I have a long duration here that even my weak lane is getting hit by them. Just going to slow it down for tower building. Fire. Nailed it. Well, that's another perfect completion. Feel good about that. Especially rolling with the punches of that unexpected path opening. Given what I'm doing in this shape, I think lightning is going to be hard to pass up. Get the last variety of lightning tower. Yeah, why not? So I'm going to look at my talents real quick, see if there is something here that upgrading will help me. I kind of like the slow healing. It's not going to matter this time, but I wasn't seeing anything that I preferred. Alright, so heading into the final boss. I feel good about our loadout. Oh. I had actually not used this menu before. That's funny. I like lasso because it's a 2x2. I actually don't think Lightning Tower gets in, unfortunately. Although, no, Missile will definitely replace any lasso I use. There we go. So now either of these can roll low value. That's stronger. Okay, well, now I feel very prepared, ready to head into the final boss. Let's get it. So this is the final boss of the Polar map. Each map has its own unique boss with unique mechanics. They're pretty cool, honestly. But this guy primarily just summons whole waves of ghost enemies that originate from different spots. So if you're used to building more like Disruption, I think this would be a hard boss. But for me personally, the solution is simple. You just build one maze. You just group them all up into one line towards the fire, and then the problem kind of handles itself. So, that said, all these range boost towers are nice. Not range boost towers, range boost spots. Here's another one with some money. Get all sorts of multi-stacked range boosts. 240 starting gold is kind of wild too. 260. Alright, so let's get the speed boost tile and a range tile and the attack tile. That's 100 attack, that's 50 attack. Yeah, I'm gonna get one big thunder tower down, maybe multiple, and then also do some early poison. That'll be how I initially set up my defenses. Just need a few little builds here. And I mean, even on this back one, this range boost is probably pretty good. I don't need to take them yet, though I can take them next round. So make very sure to get that speed boost. Man, this is just such an awkward shape, though. Lightning boost is pretty good, too. Alright, so that is a very powerful lightning tower. And we can pair that with a poison tower. But first I need to actually create the between path. Now let's go with that. That one big, and make this one big. Make it upgrades. Oh, there's no block there. Alright, that's probably good enough. Spend all my money. Yeah, I think thanks to the fire's self-defense, that round was pretty well handled. Yeah, and every round he's going to summon a different gang of guys, but they're all going to need to pass down the same tunnel anyway, so it's not ultimately super impactful. That's cheap. That's cheap. 48's a really good price there. These missile towers are one of my favorites. Alright, well, if we place like that, and I'm like ruining future SimCity in order to get better towers now. During the round, I'll place a couple missile towers there and there, and we'll get a range up fire. But just giving this tower longer and longer to shoot, because it's going to one-shot anything at this low tier. I think I placed that before the price jumped up, assuming the price did jump up. Oh, and they froze. I was a little too slow getting to it. Yeah, that... I deserve that. That makes sense. This is a reasonable outcome for my mistake. And I got no money now. Okay, well, I might have placed that at full price, but at least it got down before the block froze. I'm also, like, haven't even really started to SimCity and we're already crushing, so... Once we start getting these elites, it might get a little more challenging, but I'm not that worried. Alright. Decent missile towers. Good poison. Let's first focus on improving the SimCity. like getting buildable space in there, but I don't want to miss out on the chance to actually build on it by letting it freeze. So we're just going to real early start a prolonged maze. It's going to loop all the way over here and back. I think it's kind of self-explanatory what's going on here. It's going to be very effective. Couple of elites, otherwise fairly normal monster offering. I picked that treasure chest just for the unfreeze, because I think unfreeze is a powerful ability to have access to. So firstly, before I forget, we're gonna 50%, 100% at the range. Maybe instead of getting really caught up in building like an excellent SimCity, maybe I can just shoot the ever-loving crap out of all the enemies. And we don't need to worry too much about building beyond that. I mean, I probably should just go ahead and lay some more track. To delay them a little bit. Yeah, I'm not really sensing any challenge yet. I'll need to get maybe 2 more of these pretty soon, but it's not like a super rush. And you see they're not even making it to the turn, nonetheless all the way back. Yeah, a couple more long-range towers, which the missiles do a good job, but I like the big thunder towers as well. Honestly, I think just very long-range towers with very tightly wound mazes is basically always going to be a superior choice. I will unfreeze this block, so I can place that and upgrade it and get some fire in here to break these poisons as well. A little more SimCity. Trying to like reweigh in my mind how much I care about being able to build on that ground, and I don't think it's very much. All those range ups make this really brutal at hitting early. It's going well. Round is going. Try to get a few more placements on those blocks before they froze, but again, I don't think it's gonna... I'm not really feeling pressured by this, even though it's like final level hard difficulty. I feel like we have so many relics that all combine with each other, that they're so actively contributing to the kill zone. So I can only build one of these. Maybe then I combine it with adding one of these. We can do a little more building here. Just to really draw out how long the monsters take within the range of both these towers. But yeah, you see that even though the boss summons enemies at all these different spread out locations, they're all just going to funnel through your one maze anyway. There we go. overpriced just to be able to do it. Actually, you know what? I think that's going to end up being a missile tower instead. Okay. Big variety of enemies. I don't honestly know a lot about which towers counter which enemy, what pairings would play where. I kind of just have one-size-fits-all strategy that I bring against everything. So far it hasn't failed me. So we will poison into fire, big poison. Range up there. Alright, I'm gonna get enough money for this Thunder Tower, so let me find a way to place it in here. There we go. Yeah, once you get to this point, you start getting a lot of elites. But again, I think this, as long as you have a few different varieties of tower, which probably defeat whatever, you know, strong against this version of tower each monster has. As long as you have a little bit of diversity of tower and a really good maze, I feel like that counters most enemy assortments without you needing to put too much work into it. Prices are also bad. I guess this is not like meaningfully more expensive. It's 2 points. So. This is wave 9 of 12, so I do have to go through a few more. Now we're getting into this really heavy missile area. I think I'm going to invest in tiles. I think it's time to buff up the SimCity a little more. Yeah, I'm going to draw more than 3 tiles extra. Yeah, I think the existing towers are good. They just need a little bit longer to actually fire at the enemies. So it took too long to get that second half of missiles engaged. Not to say I won't build towers this time, but my first priority is going to be better SimCity. So I'll draw 44 for a missile. Oof. Yeah, I'll stay here. I plan on building 2 missile towers, so I should keep that in mind with my placements. 1 there. That's actually probably a really good one. Hell yeah. Like, that's just going to take them so much longer in the firing zone of some high-value towers. And then especially once I loop around here, I'm feeling really good. much cheaper, but I do think they're really high value. I like unfreeze. Yeah. Alright, drew a couple small tiles, which is going to be good for getting redraws. I feel like that relic is very powerful. The, what's it called? Tome of the Endless. It's like these two will both redraw, so it's like essentially I drew 5 tiles. Take that before it freezes. And these really high value lightning ones. Other than that, I'm going to focus my money on SimCity. That's what I was pondering during that pause. Where it is going to be most valuable to invest money. So that's kind of the constant name of the game. You only have so many funds, where do you want to spend them? Right here. Yeah, this is great. You know, it's funny, I haven't been intentionally benefiting from the rusty telescope, but I do feel like I have coincidentally built several towers like this that have no adjacency, and 20% is relevant. I don't know if diagonal adjacency counts, but like this tower is non-adjacent. This tower might be non-adjacent, this one is, this one is. Look, it's not killing things quickly, but they are dying. Actually, this honestly does not look ideal. Okay. I feel good about it now. The Hydra is one of the other realms bosses, I think the first one. So now you have to fight the Hydra as part of this boss. It's a cool gimmick. Let's get some big blast towers. And some fire. Close in conjunction with the poison. And some non-adjacent shock towers. And a better SimCity. We're getting a lot of value from our money this round. A lot is being done. Another good non-adjacent tower. Dang. Big value here. All these free starting hits, mostly not this one, I guess. This guy is not really pulling his weight. These guys I'm suspicious of. I don't remember him costing very much, though. So. I suppose you take the good with the bad. disgusting. The tower's really close to them, so we'll be getting like shut off just by their presence. Nothing is dying. We just get a few ice towers to add more chill effect, but I don't know. Seems like it's working. Suppose we just stay. Oh, this is the final. Wait, for some reason I thought there was one after this. Well, suppose I should have placed this block, but I also just feel like we're absolutely crushing it. Incredible maze. I guess the boss of the second level would not function in this map. It's very map-based. But yeah, it's a cool gimmick to have to kill the Hydra again. And that is the snow level beaten on the hardest difficulty. This is Emberward. It is, in my opinion, a very fun little game. The dev is constantly updating it. It's still in early access. 142 laser towers. Mostly lightning damage, but a lot of fire, you see. And all that's from the poison explosions. Because we always had volatile poison. So monsters in it stay poisoned for very long. Even though we place all those poison towers, they just immediately exploded in fire. Love it. So yeah, the dev is constantly updating. It's still in early access. You see there's kind of a Halloween event that started just even since I started recording this video. So my recommendation is, if this gameplay intrigued you, go ahead and check it out. Just want to thank everybody for watching, and let you know that if there's any other indie darlings or cute, cozy, strategic games that you would like to see me play, feel free to send them to me, leave it in a comment, and I'll check them out. So thanks everybody for watching, and see you here next time.